Thank you for joining us and welcome to Better Together Live, where we create helpful community connections when it matters most. I am Yamile, your host and the Community Relations Coordinator here at TherapyWorks. And today I'm very, very happy to be joined by Rovina Nimbalkar and Sarah Prabhu from NAMI Santa Clara. Thank you girls so much for being here with me today.
Thank you so much. We're really excited to be here.
Absolutely. Yes, I'm very happy. So we started Better Together Live to highlight local resources like NAMI to offer expanded access to support for our local community. We hope you find these conversations very helpful. Let's start talking about yourselves a little bit. Let's start with Rovina. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, everyone. So my name is Rovina Nimbalkar, and I'm the Executive Director at NAMI Santa Clara County. I came into this position last year, April, so right in between the pandemic. And my background is in psychology. I have a master's in psychology as well as a master's in social work. And I have worked with several nonprofit organizations in the capacity as an executive director with domestic violence survivors and also mental health organizations. So really, really excited to be part of the NAMI family. And now that it's been a little bit over a year, I can't thank everyone enough, just the staff and the volunteers and just everyone, the board, everyone just been so supportive and welcoming.
They're very lucky to have you.
Thank you.
Sarah?
Yes, I am the warm line manager for NAMI Santa Clara County, and I'm first and foremost a family member, and that's how I came into NAMI. And we'll be talking more about warm line. You know, I can share more, but NAMI has been a family and has given me a community, and that's what brought me to volunteer. And it got me interested and I got involved with NAMI. That's what brought me here.
Great, and thank you so much.
And like Rovina said, it's a great group of people in a great place.
I'm sure it is. And again, they're all very lucky to have both of you. Yes, they are. So we're talking about NAMI. What is NAMI and what is the mission in the community?
So NAMI stands for National Alliance on Mental Illness. And it's basically, NAMI is a grassroots mental health organization dedicated to building lives of people that are affected with mental health issues. What we do is provide education, support, awareness in Santa Clara County so that all individuals and families affected by mental health issues can build better lives. So our services also help the county and mental health providers to learn about a collaborative system of care which has shown to improve treatment outcomes for people with mental health issues. And we do a lot of advocacy work, and we advocate for mental health related policies in the county. One example that I would like to give is implementation of the Laura's Law in our county. So yeah, that's what NAMI does.
And NAMI's been around for like since the 70s, right? Or 80s maybe?
Yeah.
Like a
yes.
long
So
time.
NAMI Santa Clara County, we've been around for about 45 years. So we've been here we actually celebrated our 45th anniversary last year.
Oh, wow. Congrats. That's great. What are the services and programs you offer to the community?
Yeah, so we have several services. Everything is free of cost. We have a warm line, and I know Sarah will be talking more about the warm line later. The warm line has trained and knowledgeable volunteers and staff members who have lived experience, who offer free and confidential support services to individuals and families who are affected by mental health issues. We have support groups. We have a program called Community Program. Coming back to the support groups, we have support groups all over the county, and currently everything is on Zoom.
Okay.
Our community peer program is basically where we connect peers with participants, and it's basically a mentor-mentee relationship that lasts about 4 months. Then we have connections recovery support groups, and we have family support groups as well that are provided in different languages apart from English, which includes Spanish, Mandarin, Chinese, Cantonese, Korean. We have, and then we do some educational programs because it's very important to understand your diagnosis and know how to basically go through the path of recovery by understanding what you actually are going through. So we have educational programs for families. It's called Family to Family program. It's an 8-week-long course for family members of loved one who have a mental health diagnosis. And this program is actually provided in English, Spanish, Mandarin, and Korean.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. We have peer-to-peer. Now, this is for individuals with a mental health diagnosis. This is a 9-week-long course. And this is provided in English and Spanish. Then we have the basics, NAMI Basics. This is a 6-week course. This is provided by NAMI National, and it's on demand right now. You can just go through our website, and then it'll take you to the NAMI
National
website. Front program for the loved ones of military service members. This is a 6-week-long program. Again, it's on demand through our website.
Right.
You can take it whenever. And then we have a provider course. This is for anyone who works with individuals with mental health issues. So it can be clinicians, doctors, social workers, case managers. This is a 5-week-long program. And then we do outreach presentations. Or there are 2 types of presentations we have. One is called In Our Own Voice, where we take a trained peer, somebody who has a lived experience to talk about their journey and recovery. Yeah. And then we have Ending the Silence, which is presentations to high school and middle school students, parents and teachers, to educate them about mental health issues and tell them about warning signs and trigger signs about it.
I love that one.
And then finally, and finally, sorry, too many programs.
I know, I'm gonna keep asking because I wanna be more clear about all that. Thank you. Go ahead, please.
We have NAMI FaithNet, and NAMI FaithNet is basically where we educate and support faith leaders, because a lot of times when there is a diagnosis in the family, they will approach a faith leader, and we want to make sure that the faith leader have that information and resources to address these issues. So we believe that spirituality plays a very important role in a person's recovery. And so faith leaders play such an important role. So we want them to be well equipped with it.
So to be eligible to get assistance and help in NAMI, there's a mental health involved. Can you explain to me how the assessment is? How you conduct the assessment for a person with mental health?
Okay, so there is no assessment. You can just call.
The intake process,
There is no intake process.
Okay.
Because, we are not a clinic.
Correct.
We are just a non-profit organization. We are here to help you. And Yamile, I can tell you, sometimes you don't need to have mental health. Sometimes people who call the warm line are just common people who notice something and they ask, hey, I see somebody there and probably they need help, but I don't know what to do. So anybody can call us. And of course, anything to dealing with mental illness, because that's what we are here to support you. But there is no process. You can just call Warm Line.
And if we're talking about Warm Line, can you talk to us a little bit about how does it work? Is there like people volunteering that answering the phone 24/7? Is that a schedule time? How does it work?
So we are first of all, Warm Line is a non-crisis line. So we have heard about hotlines. Hotlines is it's like 911, right? Correct. Like you are in crisis and you need help. So Warm Line is different in that it's before something gets to the point of crisis.
A crisis.
So before something gets to the point of crisis, or when it is a non-crisis situation, you don't know what to do then, or you don't know what resources you need, or even you don't know whether what you're experiencing is mental health. You don't know, you're very confused, but you're not able to be effective. For example, I had a call, a lady said, I don't know if I have depression, but I notice that I'm not able to focus at work. I'm not able to do those things. And I don't know if it's what it is, You can call us, at least we will guide you what to do. Like there's, so our hours for our volunteer is Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. You'll have a live staff who will answer your call. If it goes to the voicemail, it's only because we have
Somebody's on
like
the other line. Yeah.
yeah, somebody's on the other line. But we have two people who are answering calls, and right now we are all answering remotely.
Mm-hmm.
So and another thing is that after hours we have a voice. You can leave a voicemail, and
Okay.
somebody. We have a limited staff. Like after hours is only like Monday to Friday. It's 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock in the evening, 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
to 9 p.m. If you leave a message, somebody will be getting back to you, and that's a different number. So if you call, I'll tell you the number. It's 408-453 option 1, Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Someone will be there to answer you. And then 6 to 9 p.m. you choose option 4 and leave a message. Someone will answer your voicemail. Either way, if you leave a voicemail with us, we will get back to you within 24 hours on a business day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is wonderful. And again, this is volunteer-based, correct?
Yes. So it started off as volunteers. Mostly it was volunteers, but now we have a few paid staff who are able to, but we still need volunteers. NAMI, is really, really, the volunteers are our backbone of our organizations. We go through this program. We, because of our own life experiences, we are able to come and we have that passion to give back. That is what it is. And so Warmline, also I must say, like we go through, all of these people who are volunteers, they go through some training too.
No, I'm sure. Yeah. And I'm sure Warmlines were pretty busy the past year and a half because of COVID, right? People, I mean, like you would say, you don't need to have a diagnosed depression to, feel anxious, right?
Yeah.
And people need to talk to people.
Yeah, and also one more thing is that we are not therapists, and we never claim to be therapists. We do not have any therapist training. We just have life training, like what life we have experienced.
Yeah, yeah. And like you said, right, sometimes we need somebody to pick up the phone and just listen.
Yes.
Right,
yes.
Without judging. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a wonderful job you guys are doing. Really, thank you. I know we talk about the different groups you have. So you do train, again, volunteers to run those groups, correct?
Yes. Some groups, for example, like you were talking about, like you heard Rovina list out so many different.
So many, I know, I was impressed with all the groups you have. That's really wonderful.
Yeah, so, you need somebody to coordinate these programs, and you need someone who is committed and who is able to be dedicated. So fortunately, our county has some coordinators, and they are paid staff. And then, like family support groups and family support group facilitators and education class teachers, like family to family class and the family and the NAMI basics class. These are all volunteers. But then there are some others which a small pay, like just to encourage, mostly peer related programs, just to encourage them. Like there is a small, they do get they are considered employees. Am I right, Rovina? You can talk more about that.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. So if they are volunteering to be in the, connection support, and that is an amazing group. Led by really, really very good people. That is for if you are an individual who has mental health condition. Connection, they meet 3 times a week.
Oh wow!
So yeah, they increased it during COVID times, and it's really well attended because it's a nice community. And then they meet Sunday and Mondays and Thursdays. And then there is if you're teaching peer-to-peer class, it's all taught, all of our classes are peer-led, right? We are not experts, we are just life experts. So when people teach those classes, so they are all individuals who have mental health conditions. So they may get some, pay, they are paid.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is community peer connectors.
Mm-hmm.
They those things, those are some of the paid positions, and they all have to get graduated, take the course, and there's an interview process, everything.
Right.
There are some paid positions, but mostly we depend on our volunteers, most of the programs.
And those classes that Rovina, you were talking earlier, the educational courses, they're like different, like 2-3 weeks, 5 weeks. It just depends, right? So
yeah, all of them there. Yeah.
What is your most popular class that you guys offer?
I would say all the classes are very popular because they're all so different, right? So like family to family is for families who, I think it's such a great way to understand your loved one's diagnosis and understand how you can communicate with them. And just because sometimes you just have bookish knowledge, or you'll read on internet, you'll have some limited knowledge or literature that your psychiatrist will give you, but they don't tell you how can I communicate with my loved one if there is a crisis or anything. So then you meet these people, individuals in your class who are in the same boat as you, and you connect with them. I think apart from understanding the diagnosis, you also connect with them and form those relationships. And similarly for a peer-to-peer class where it's for individuals themselves who have been diagnosed, it's like you're meeting other people who might have a similar diagnosis. You can understand their experiences, how they navigated through their recovery process. And then also like for example, the provider class, like if I'm a social worker or case manager and I don't know how to manage this client of mine who has a specific diagnosis, here I'm meeting other clinicians also in the class, and then we're understanding all the different strategies we can use. So I would say that our, especially like now, I think our classes have been full since we, even before it was, but I think even with everything going on Zoom, it's become a lot more convenient for people to attend them. You just can do it at the convenience of your home and attend these classes. So
yeah, I love the family classes because you're right. I mean, the support the families need it's so important because it's not easy taking care of somebody with a mental health or addiction. It's just it puts so much pressure, and we work with people like that all the time, so it's challenging. So that's a wonderful job you guys doing again. One of the things I'm very, very interested in is in your Ending the Silence program, and I know you talk a little bit about it earlier, but would you mind talking again and tell us what it is and how it works?
Yeah, absolutely. So Ending the Silence, it's actually a 15-minute program, and it's designed specifically for middle school and high school students. This is basically a national program that most of the affiliates will get adopted, and they'll get trained on it. It's an interactive and transformational presentation. That's what we do, and we give them an opportunity. We give the students an opportunity to learn about mental health issues, and there will be a person who can come and talk about their lived experience. We have some videos to share, and we have some basically give them like a presentation too. When after the presentation, we do send back the students with some literature and information, and that's why we also give information to the parents as well. So since the pandemic, it's been a little difficult for us to do these presentations because the schools have been they're all online, and they themselves are kind of navigating the online teaching, but we are hoping that we still have been able to do some presentation, but definitely not as much as we used to do before the pandemic. So once the schools start reopening and they are a little bit settled, we want to go back, because the pandemic has had so much impact on the mental health of in everybody, and especially high school and middle school students, because of so much anxiety and stress around what their new life are, and they're so young. So I think this program is really important.
I love that program. I really do. We have to talk more about that in the future, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. this is a very important question. How can people become volunteers? What is the process?
I can talk about the walk part, and then maybe Sarah can talk about the warm line and the educational part, since she's been more involved in that. We have every year we have we hold the NAMI walks in Silicon Valley. Mm-hmm. It's our biggest fundraiser. It's a great way to come out and support and advocate for individuals with mental health issues. And this year it's going to be on October 9th. So we might do it as a hybrid event. So we always look for volunteers for the walk. Last year, everything was online, but still we had support from our volunteers to help us with other errands that we wanted to run, just giving out t-shirts and other things. But to become a volunteer for the walk, I think you just have to fill in an application and talk to a walk manager. Mm-hmm. Sarah, if you want to talk more about the warm line and other education groups.
Okay, thank you, Rovina. So first is, if you have to take a look at our website, and on our website we have the volunteer application form. We have like get involved. There is a menu item. We have a how can you get involved with NAMI. So in that we have how to volunteer. We have an application form. So that is the first thing we request you.
Okay.
Yeah. So fill in the application form and send it to NAMI by email or mail. And then the volunteer manager, she will call you back. And then she will talk to you, and then she will see where you fit the best. And then she will, like what Rovina said, she'll say, oh, maybe you can help out with the walk, maybe if you have taken the classes and you have personal lived experience, then and based on talking to you, she may think, can you help us with taking, going and manning the booth in different events?
Right.
And then you can talk about and tell them about, give brochures and tell people about it. Or there is, do you want to work in facilitate a support group or teach a class, or if she may feel you may be a good person at the warm line, So she kind of is able to talk to people, and she will direct you. Apart on Mondays and Wednesdays, some volunteers come in and they help with stationery, a lot of stationery, office work. They used to do before the COVID, 10 to 1 p.m. But now they just meet online. Just to socially, because of all the pandemic and we are all in the house and everything.
Yeah, totally.
That gives an opportunity. So just to keep a community. So volunteering, the volunteer manager has, she does a lot of these things she oversees. And there are all these different opportunities. You can go to our website and take a look at it.
Good. Hopefully after this interview, you guys gonna have more volunteers for sure.
Oh yes, that would be great. Yes. We need them.
Yes, and my last question will be, who donates to NAMI?
Anyone. It can be people who really feel passionate about our mission, our values. We have donors from everywhere in the county to people in all of California to outside. In terms of grants, we have grants from the county as well as we have private foundation grants. So we have a lot of supporters who have been our backbone, and we really, really appreciate anyone or how much of an amount people have donated to us.
Thank you. Good. Thank you. Oh, go ahead, please.
Can I just add? I think one of our biggest donors is our annual fundraising for NAMI walks.
The walks.
So you can donate. You can make a team. It can be team therapy works, and you guys can walk for NAMI, and because the walk does two things. One is the walk takes away the stigma. When people come there and see, wow, so many of us are connected to this issue. You know,
That's
that
right.
is a
Yeah.
huge thing for the walk. And the second thing is that all of every single program that we do is absolutely no cost to the public. And this walk is the one that brings in
That's
the
the big,
funds.
yeah.
So that is a big fundraiser. And, you know, we get it from the community and we give back to the community.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm going to be very respectful of your time. Is there any other phone numbers that people should contact you, or can you share your website, please?
The URL is just NAMISantaClara.org.
.org. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. And again, for our philosophy, therapy works is very simple. We are better together. Everything we do is in support of our community. And we understand that people sometimes are not ready, but when they're ready to take the first step for a better life, you guys are here. We are here to help it. And if you want to learn more about us, visit at mytherapyworks.com. Ladies, it was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so, so much for all the work you do for our community. I really appreciate that. We all do.
Thank you so much.